Gold is one of the most traded assets in the world, and yet most retail traders like us still blow our accounts with the gold. So if you are a trader that is trading gold and maybe gold might not be what it is for this year, for this quarter, or if you're a trader and you know that you trading gold long-term isn't profitable at all, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 assets that prints money cleaner, faster, and more efficient for you to really scale. And you don't need to catch over 100 pips within a trade. You can literally make profits off of this. And I'm going to be breaking down one of my go-to pairs that I consistently trade every single day, and we at least bank anywhere from 6 to 8K off of just trading this asset once we get our setups. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's talk about it. Why gold traders lose long term? Very simple. Gold can deliver big wins in short term. So if you're one of those traders that see the big spikes and dramatically drops, yes, that's you. It is inconsistent, huge fake outs, and stop hunts. And that is exactly this right here. On top of that, most traders over leverage, blow accounts, chasing these spikes. I cannot preach this enough. I have multiple students, multiple traders that tell me they're profitable, but when I ask about what is your lot size and what's your account size, I'm already knowing that they're over trading. And I'm already knowing that maybe that first week they did profits, maybe that first month, and then following week, their total account is blown. Well, guys, this is why I stick to one asset and only one asset at a time. I want to show you by sticking to just one asset how profitable you can become. Now, if you look here, this is my Tradelocker account that we have with the GatesFX. It's one of the brokers I use. The way that I trade is I get in 2 setups per day. Each setup has 2 trades. The first trade always rises to a 1-1. The second trade always goes at least to the 1-3. We was able to bank 5K from the 1-3 and then 2K from the 1-1. That's one setup. Yesterday we banked, well, it was really holding this trade out over the weekend, but yesterday we had bank 1-3, which is the 600 or 6,000, and then the 1-1, which is the 3,000. But if you guys look left, you see every single trade from this is all of my trades. We just been trading oil. And the reason why I only focus on oil, it's very consistent, super less spikes, and you can catch literally 100+ pips off of one session. So that being said, let's talk about the first one that we're going to get into, which is GBPJPY, the intraday sprinter. For all of my intraday traders that is looking to hold a trade throughout the entire day, how you trade this, identify the London sessions range, the high plus the low. What this basically means is you're trying to find the trend within that London session. This is the A point is what we call it, and this is the B point. Wait for price to retrace 44% into a valid POI level that's inside that range. Valid POI level equals anything with zones from liquidity grabs and plus imbalance. So if you are a trader, this is why I say I don't talk about imbalance or liquidity grabs that much, because I just like to simplify things and I just call it one big point of interest. If we were to look at this and we sit here and say that this is our 44% mark, anything above this is what I'm considering a valid POI level. If I do see either a liquidity grab or if I do see plus imbalance, that is a valid level that I'm interested in. Number 3, confirm entries. How you want to enter in the market is candle must close below the 9 EMA with a power candle. This is known as an engulfing candle, or if you see a major wick rejection with a very strong body, that is another signal of a power candle. The opposite, if you're looking for longs, you close the candle above the 9 EMA with a power candle for longs. Your target should always be plus 20 to 40+ pips, targeting a fib extension range, which I'm gonna break down at 0.27. This is what you guys want to do when it comes to crushing the markets. Now I want to let you in 2 different ways you can get inside our community for free. One way, if you're a trader that just wants signals and only signals, I have a Telegram group where I collaborated with other traders that are posting 30 trades, gold, of course myself, oil, and many more. If you just want just free signals, this is only on Telegram, but you will have to go with option 2, which is signing up with Nvidia Trades, which is linked down below. Once you do that, you will email me at joinsolonetwork.com. Let me know that you register and deposit money into that account. We'll add you into that Telegram group for absolutely free. However, if you want to learn way more about consistency, how to actually scale an account, how to stick with the one pair if you want to, how to find that pair. If you want to know what strategy makes money for you, then you want to go with tradewithsolo.com. This is where I teach all of that. This is where I have a trading journal that I give for free for you signing up. And also you can join for free by literally joining with option A, which is signing up with GatesFX and also depositing at least $250 and start trading with them. This gives you the ability to join my community for free, start learning more things we do when we do go live. You'll also get exclusive access to that. But that is only in tradewithsolo.com, and that is not for the free Telegram group. So I gave you guys two options. You could choose which option works best for you, and all you have to do is check those links down below. And other than that, let's go ahead and get right back to the video. All right, so now let's look at GJ. This is a London session. We have our opening and our close. So I'm going to map this out as a range and as a range. And what I'm going to do is draw out my Fibonacci, because the way that you guys have to draw this out is very strategic, but you have to make sure you understand what is the most recent range. The most recent range actually starts here. Technically, yes, this is a range as well, but I want to pay attention to this range here. The reason being is because if you were to draw out your lines just like this, you want to wait on market to break out of it and then pull back. When it does that, that identifies the very first move, which was this one right here. This was the first breakout before we started going up. So this identifies the A point. The same thing applies for a downwards trend. So if you're trying to figure out when is the end of the trend, you need to also draw out the lows, not the highs, but the lows. And when you look, you see the very first break, which is known as a change of character. This is the move. So now you end it here. So we're going to draw our fills from A to B, and anything below the 44% mark, I'm considering a valid POI level. Now, let's just say that obviously we see that these levels are all of it here. We have a lot here. The next thing is, what do we need to wait for? We need to wait for a candle to close above the 9 EMA with a power candle because we're long in it. So if we go back, now I am staying on a 5-minute time frame, by the way, and me being on the 5-minute time frame, I'm going to wait on it to close above the 9 EMA. Help me get in the entry at the right time instead of being in it late or being in it early. So as you see, we're going to basically, let's just say, reach for a 101, making sure we're at least getting 40 plus pips, basically 50, and we can go ahead and buy it. And we can see that the market is going in our favor. It could take some time to hit it, but this is what we do when we want to scale and grow our account, especially on something like this. Remember, GJ is for my intraday traders that is looking to hold trades a little longer, which can catch a lot more pips and is more beneficial for you. Now let's get into the second one, which is my favorite one and the only one I trade. That's obviously, as you've seen it, and that is USOIL. The steady paycheck is what I like to call it, because man, this pays my bills. Number one, identify the New York session range. Mark pre-market highs and pre-market lows. Now, there's 3 different ways I trade oil, and this is one of the way I trade oil, but there's 2 other ways I trade oil when the market is even going sideways like this, or even when the market is choppy like this. There's still ways to trade it, but when the market is trending and it's smooth, which is usually a lot of times, you can catch this play. The best window that I found for trading this over literally 3 to 4 years is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time is when you should be looking for your setups. This is when oil creates its cleanest liquidity sweeps, retracements, pullbacks. This is where you should be looking for that setup. Number 3, wait for price to retrace 44% into a valid POI, which is once again an imbalance zone or liquidity grab. And then number 4, confirm with a power candle closing across the 9 EMA. Example, sweep the highs. Once it sweeps the highs, it retraces into the 44% mark. So this is coming down, coming down, coming down. And then we have a bearish engulfing candle with the 9 EMA close right above it. Boom, your entry is there. Boom, your stop loss is there, and you're catching a trade. And all you need is 20 pips if you guys want to play this right, or you can use the fib extension tool, which I use to catch more pips. Let me show you. So here's a prime example of a trade we took earlier. I actually got out this trade a little bit earlier, but this is a 101 technically, which is right about here. And this is our 1, 2, 3. What I decided to do was, look, we have market go down, come up, and then instantly, if we zoom in so we can look at this candle, this candle right here, I kind of got in roughly right here at a 5-minute time frame with this engulfing candle closing below my 9 EMA. And then all I did was drew out my fibs from this high point, because this is the starting of the range, to this end point. And wherever my -27 and 618 is at, that is where I at least want to make sure my 1 to 3 aligns. Now, I'm not taking my take profit all the way to the -618. Once again, I have a very strict rule, and it's 1-1 and a 1-3. That is it. I'm not looking for anything more, anything essentially less, let's say, necessary from the 1-on-1, because I know if I stick with this theory of me taking 2 trades in one setup, at least one will hit and maybe the other won't. But when a trade goes in my favor, once it hits TP1, I then move the stop loss to some profit, which this one would be moved to some profit, so I can mitigate all my losses. It's a win-win situation. Now let's talk about the last one. The last one is going to be NASDAQ, the wild card. The way that we trade this is pretty much the similarity of OIL and also GJ, but that one, we identify pre-New York or cash opening range, right? That's basically where you guys probably already heard this a lot, where 9 a.m. to 9:20 is like the dollar sign of making profits. Step 2, you want to wait for price to retrace 44% into a POI level, liquidity zone. Then step number 3, your confirmation entry is going to be the same thing. Power candle, close either below or above the 9 EMA at the POI level. And all you need is 20 pips. I mean, you guys understand how fast NASDAQ can really trail to, but 20 pips is really all you need. Now that being said, if you guys want to join our Telegram or even our Discord community, you can do that by signing up with the broker that we use. Here's 2 options for you. One option is if you're interested in trading gold, if you're interested in trading any other pairs than oil, you can sign up with the option 2 broker that we're using, which is called NVIDIA Trades. That will give you access to the Telegram group, which is just me and other traders that are successful posting signals. However, if you want strictly oil trades and access to the overall community of all the video breakdowns, everything on how to scale a small account, from growing it, from watching me live and all of that stuff, you can go with the other option, which is signing up with GatesFX through tradewithsolo.com, which is free, or you can obviously pay the monthly subscription. But you got 2 options that I'm giving you guys. Whatever option you choose, you will have to make sure you email me at joinsolonetwork.com so I can give you guys access to either or and get you inside our community for free. Now that being said, I appreciate you, your boy Solo, checking out. Peace.